the Sunoco Drive for the Cup. And we will talk a little bit about who's on the bubble, the chopping block, whatever you want to call it, and who needs to have a real good night in order to keep their hopes alive. That being said, we got round 8 of the East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drags. And at the top of the points chart, who is not here this evening, is Charles Gardino. So any of these drivers that are right in the hunt, I've seen Jeff Daniels, I've seen Walter Rickenbach, I've seen Matt DeRosiers, they're all right in the hunt. And they will be right in the mix if they can close in on the gap. But right now we got Brad Johnson and Michael Smolinski going toe-to-toe. The dueling Chevy Camaros. We got a 79 and an 89 out there as they are rounding turns 3 and 4 to kick off the round 1 of the East Coast Towing and Recovery. And John up against Paul Curtis in the 1964 Chevy Malibu. Paul Curtis coming to us from Centerville, Mass. And he will line up on the outside starting position. Johnson will take the low lane. As these two cars get set, I'm hearing Happy Birthday be sung somewhere in the proximity of the tower. Feel free to submit your name so that we can shout you out a little later on in the program. But just like that, the green flag is dropped. Paul Curtis trying to make a run to the high side of Johnson, but Johnson with the lead into 3. Around the 4th and final turn they come. The doors open for Curtis, but not going to have enough time or speed as the checkered flag. A little bit of post-checkered extracurricular activity as he spins. The grand total of 16. By the way, the point leader has 41. Green flag waves, and it's a dead even start, at least down in the first corner, but that Corvette's going to wrap around the berm down the inside and try to squeeze out Gingras, but Gingras with a great run down the back stretch pulls right up alongside the vet, and the vet, he's got to hold it in, but here comes Gingras with a way move to the outside, and Rob Gingras got to tip Pontiac Firebird and Liam Monahan in the 89 Camaro. Crossley on the outside, Monahan on the inside. The two muscle cars roar to life, but it's Monahan with the good jump as a little bit of tire spin from Crossley cost him a little bit of speed out of the gate. Around turn 4 they come, and it's Monahan with a car length and a half as the Crossley machine trailed by Kyle Buchanan, who is in a 3-way tie for 8th with Gil Bradstreet and John Fielding with a grand total of 17 points, and Kyle Buchanan driving the 1981 Malibu wagon. He will take inside position. Kazunas on the outside. Dead even start down into the first corner. Buchanan on the inside trying to spool up that wagon, but Kazunas with good bite off of turn 2. Still dead even into 3. Neither car giving an inch. Buchanan with the edge out of turn 4 at the line. Oh my goodness. Whoever's standing out there, I don't know. I can't call it. That's too close. I'd say make him go again. Walter Rickenbach next up against John Fielding. Fielding on the inside in the 98 Camaro with Rickenbach on the outside in the 88. And Rickenbach going to command the high side. Give him just a nose down the front stretch. Fielding closes right back up the gap. Dead even, middle of 3. Rickenbach sideways in the middle of the turn. And there's Mass in the Subaru Forester going up against Jen Bucher and Hot Flash the Subi from Lincoln, Vermont. And it's the battle of the Subis, but it's the Forester leading the Crosstrek. That's an Impreza, that's right. Across turn 4, and the Forester going to take down on the low lane, and Gerard high atop near the wall. They wait the signal, and Christine Purse with the big jump off the lead. She was ready to roll. Gerard was not, but Gerard able to set it back in. Sets up the crossover maneuver. Now it gets to the inside of Purse. Rolls the bottom. Has the momentum. Moves right around Purse, and just like that, Brennan Gerard taken down 1. And up next is going to be Michael Oliveira from Pawtucket, Rhode Island in the 89 Pontiac Firebird. Going up against Matman DeRogers from Coventry, Rhode Island in the 84 Camaro. Matman on the outside angles it right down into that apex of turn 1, but gets blocked out from Michael Oliveira. Matman, though, with the advantage out of 2, looks to extend the lead as they enter 3. Give the advantage to Matman as he's clear all around for the top spot. Checkered flag in the air. Matt DeRozier. He's from Wareham, Mass. in the 85 Trans Am, and Baptiste is going to roll up down bottom. Daniels up top, bouncing it off the rev limiter, and away they go. And Baptiste with the jump. He's going to have the advantage through the first half of circuit. He leads the second place driver into turn 3. Baptiste, too stout in that Trans Am, gets to the checkered flag first to look for DeRogers tonight. Baptiste moving on. Gil Bradstreet and David Medeiros up next, and Gil's going to roll the top in his 89 Camaro as Medeiros got to play catch up in the 82 Camaro. Just under a half a lap to go. And Gil Bradstreet, smooth and steady, rocking the no-hood look as he Franz from Smithfield, Perry from Swansea. You better grab him. And away we go between Weidinger and Perry. Perry with a good effort down the back stretch here. Can he roll the top and get around Weidinger? But Weidinger with the advantage through the whole thing so far. Still the case as they cross the line. Johnson back out for another spin in the 79 Camaro. Horton up top in that teal green pickup. And as he roars to life to try to take down the round 1 winner, but Johnson with the inside advantage, can he make it stick as he shuffles up and shuts the door to the high side of Horton. Horton with the look to the low lane, but he can't quite get up enough. Slight bobble turn 4, gonna scrub some speed. Gingras, of course, in the Ford F2 from 1949. Gingras with the jump at the line. Will it pay off? He's clear all around for the lead right now. They rotate through the middle of the corner, unwind off of 2, down the back stretch. It's the 3-truck length for the Gingras machine. Here comes Johnson like a bat out of hell. Trying to make haste to close up, but can't. Outside of the Malibu wagon. This time he's down bottom. Liam Monahan up top. Can Kazunas get the job done from the bottom this time? We'll see. Monahan with the early advantage, but Kazunas stout down low. Has the advantage by a bed length down the back stretch. Monahan, though, with one last gas around the top. Can't quite get it to stick. Kazunas going to accompany Stevens to his left as he will command the bottom. Gets the jump. Fielding does, but all 4 wheels of the Stevens machine roaring to life, trying to make it stick and keep it close up top, but nothing doing as he's going to fade in the rear view of Fielding. As Fielding is going to easily and calmly roar across the front stretch out. Matman down low in the 84 Camaro. Can he take down the Audi? And right now he looks poised to do just that. 4-car length advantage and growing as Matman rotates through the middle of turns 3 and 4. Never had a shot in this one. The S4, the 85 Trans Am. Looks like he's going to elect for the high side. Bradstreet going to settle in underneath. Bradstreet from Seekonk. Baptiste from Wareham. Both drivers sitting next to each other in points. Just 1 point, well, 2 points separates the two. Both with a great opportunity to make up some ground in the standings. And right now it looks like Bradstreet is the one that's poised to cash in. Baptiste's opportunity, his window starting to close as they round the 4th and final turn. It's Bradstreet with the 2-car length advantage. Weidinger up top. The 2 cars lined up suspiciously close together, but just like that, they part ways, fan out, and it's Johnson who's playing catch-up as Franz Weidinger with the advantage. Oh, real close there on the entry of 3. Johnson trying to gas it up and get to that rear bumper, but it's going to roll on for round 4, which just might be our final round. We'll have to see how the rest of the cars shake out. Rob Gingras and Tom Kazunas, a couple of pickups here in pretty much the semifinal round. Tom Kazunas down low in the 1984 C10. The Ford F2 of Gingras up top. Both Chevy, Ford and the Chevy rolling to life. And it's Kazunis who rolls the bottom with the early advantage. Here comes Gingras up top. Big head of steam, just like he did last time out. Pulls slightly ahead on entry of 3 in the middle of the turner, though. Slight starts to third. Kazunis with the speed out of 4 just gets him by a wheel well. Kazunis continues his run here this evening. Gingras going to keep rolling his way past the entry to the infield all the way to pit in. Underneath the flag stand, DeRoziers a few feet to his left. DeRoziers with the jump there. Was ready, that reaction time, and near 0. John Fielding going to have to play catch-up here, but it's DeRoziers with the advantage. Car length and a half on entry of 3. DeRoziers works the bottom groove. Fielding up about a groove and a half, loses the rear end, but able to place of the night. 7 points to the one who gets evicted here, so it's really not for nothing. But Bradstreet off to the early advantage up top. Franz Weidinger has some work to do down the back stretch as we close into just under a quarter of a lap to go. It's Bradstreet by 3 car lengths. Unwinds off turn 4 with the indicator on and everything. And it's Bradstreet in the final, unless I'm told something different. But they're keeping the Weidinger machine out there. Matt DeRoziers on the high side. Got the good jump around Kazunis. And Matt DeRoziers leaving Kazunis in the dust on this one. Does Kazunis have something left? No, he doesn't. Matt DeRoziers, Tom Kazunis taking the high lane position. And Franz Weidinger going to settle in down low. Green flag in the air. And Tom Kazunis with the slight jump at the get-go. But that's really gonna fade as they just about dead even into 3. Give the advantage to Weidinger as Kazunis started losing the handles on that pickup through 3 and 4.
Best of 3.
For the finals between Gil Bradstreet and Matt DeRoziers. So it's best of 3. Matt DeRoziers on the inside to start. Bradstreet on the outside. They will swap spots in round 2. And if one driver happens to sweep both rounds, then that'll be all she wrote. If they split the first 2, they'll switch lanes again.
Oh, so they do it 3 times? Yeah, 3 not laps. Not 3 laps.
Yeah, best 2 out of 3. So both cars bouncing off the rev limiter. Give the advantage to Matt DeRoziers as he's clear all around before they even get to the apex of 1. Gil Bradstreet settles in behind, starts to figure out a way around the 15. Coming into the final corner, and it's Matt DeRoziers. Gil Bradstreet, though, closes right up to that rear bumper. Too little too late, though, as Gil stave off the sweep. He looks to do exactly that as he commands from the bottom. Little wiggle into 1 that time, allows DeRoziers to pull right up alongside. Now just hangs in the blind spot just a bit. Here comes DeRoziers trying to make it happen up in the cushion, but Bradstreet too quick down low. Bradstreet takes Matt DeRoziers back down bottom. Gil Bradstreet up top. Can Matt replicate what he did 2 heats ago? Gil Bradstreet with the big jump this time. He's clear for the lead. Bradstreet in the middle of 1 and 2. Going down the back street now, it's Bradstreet leading DeRoziers into the final couple of corners. DeRoziers looking for a way around. Desperation mode, runs out of time. Bradstreet in comeback. Here in victory lane, we're going to talk to our 3rd place driver first, Franz. Good heck of a run. 8 points for you this evening. How'd the night go from your perspective?
Good. I tried my hardest, and I finally got some new tires on the car. They're like 2 years old, so it hooked, and it did good.
You definitely had your work cut out for you going up against Tom in that pickup, and he's been able to pull some pretty crazy moves tonight, able to get runs out of the corner. So, what was your mindset going up against him at the line?
I got to get the jump. If I don't get the jump on Tom, I'm going to lose. And I think that was most of my races tonight. Brad is tough. Corey's tough. Everybody out here tonight is tough.
Well, you pretty much got the job done here this evening, getting out into the podium. I'm sure there's some folks that you want to thank for the good run.
Yeah, my dad, as always, Gil, he's like an uncle to me. Always helped me with my car, and yeah, a lot of other people, but that's about it. Oh, Dirty Don for tuning my car.
Can't forget Dirty Don's Setup Garage. All right, folks, let's hear it for your third place driver, Franz Weidinger. Might as well go in order here. Matt, solid points night tonight. You were able to get the Heat 1 win. What happened after that?
It felt good, but I guess I got overzealous and wanted it too much. Tires broke free and spinning ain't winning. But I want to thank all you fans for coming out with your continued support, and everybody on my team. Gary Sherman from Spar Racing, I can't thank him enough. My team Leadfoot crew, and my family.
All right, your second place driver tonight, Matt DeRogers. Let's hear it, folks. Taking home all the marbles this evening. The come-from-behind win there, too. You were down 0-1. You were able to force the rubber match, and now you're at the top of the pile this evening.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Definitely didn't think I was beating Matt, though. Honestly, I definitely didn't think I had enough for Matt, but he's fast. He's very competitive. He's a great driver, so.
Looks like you were able to get that jump around him. Even starting from the high side, the low lane was the place to be through those first couple of heats, but looks like you really nailed that jump, and it was off to the races from that.
Yeah, I got the jump. That was it. That's the only way I got the last race was I got the jump, and that was it.
Story of the night, you got to get the jump. Am I wrong? All right, folks, one more time. Franz Weidinger coming home in third, Matt DeRogers in second, and Gil Bradstreet's got some thank yous.
Yeah, I want to thank Gary Avila, his wife Karen, for letting me run the car. This is their car. They're nice enough to let me race it out here. Spar Racing Engines for everything they do for Gary and everybody. So I'd like to thank all the fans for coming also.
Folks, let's hear your round 8 winner in the Spectator Drags, Gil Bradstreet.